Now, here's the latest in agriculture news from the Rural Radio Network.
More than 70,000 FFA members, advisors, and guests traveled to Indianapolis, Indiana this year for the 96th National FFA Convention. Nebraska FFA students in chapters shine brightly in the different contests they were competing in. We post a lot of our convention coverage as standalone videos, but thought you might want to see all of it in one place, which is what we're putting together today as part of our National FFA Convention recap video. Enjoy! We have this exciting update from the 96th National FFA Convention. We're joined with Caleb Most from the Ogallala FFA Chapter. You are the winner of the extemporaneous speaking competition. Congratulations, Caleb.
Thank you.
This is a tricky competition because going in, you don't know what your topic is going to be. So what were the different topics you had to speak about during this National FFA Convention process?
Yeah, so I had 3 different rounds and 3 different topics. Comes with the territory. So I spoke on agricultural education and ag literacy. Second round, I spoke on agricultural sustainability. And then in the last round, I spoke on advocating for the use of herbicides and pesticides.
So for some of our viewers and listeners today, the thought about giving a speech on a topic that you're not prepared for is quite intimidating. How do you do it? How do you go about writing your speech and being able to deliver that in pretty quick turnaround time fashion?
Yeah, to be honest, it's just something that's come with a lot of practice.
Okay.
It's something I've done for 4 years now, so I've put a lot of time into this activity. It's something that you do not perfect right away. You have to kind of get a system down through a lot of trial and error, and then kind of figure out what works for you. And so for me, I try to use no more than like 6 or 7 minutes on research and spend the rest of the 30-minute prep period just practicing my speech, going over and over it again.
You're able to stand on the stage and hear your name called as the winner of the extemporaneous speaking. What did that moment feel like? It was
unbelievable and kind of indescribable. It's just such a great feeling, something that is just like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it's pretty hard to describe this feeling.
How does one prepare for a contest like this? Do you go back and look at a bunch of different topics and write speeches, or what do you do?
Yeah, there's a lot of different things I did to prepare. First and foremost, I had to do research on different agricultural topics, make sure I was up to date on what's going on in the industry. Then I also looked over some topics from previous years that were used at the National Convention and kind of got a sort of idea of what I would talk about if I drew a topic or one similar to it. And then I also did a couple practice rounds just in front of people who were able to give me feedback on my performances before I came to Nationals.
Well, this is a pretty good way to celebrate the 96th National FFA Convention. Caleb Most from the Ogallala FFA Chapter again. He wins the extemporaneous speaking competition. The West Holt FFA Chapter is your national champions in the conduct of chapter meetings. We're joined now by Monica Chavez. Congratulations to you and your teammates. Tell us a little about this contest.
Well, what CCM stands for is Conduct of Chapter Meetings, and it is based off of parliamentary law. So our job is to go through a business meeting as if it were real. And we have a set of motions that we're supposed to complete, and we debate on different motions throughout the meeting.
It's obviously a rigorous process going through the national competition. How did you and your teammates feel, though, before you got on that stage and heard that you won? Were you feeling pretty confident about everything?
Well, we were confident in our ability and how we did. We were very nervous to be up on the big stage, but I think we got over it. As soon as we got up there, we were all ready for it.
What was your reaction? Of course, they go from 4, and then you hear second place, which means you all are winners. What was going through your mind at that point?
I heard third place, and I was waiting for the second place. And the second I heard the S, it was the best feeling in the world. After so much preparation and so much hard work, it just all was a great relief.
You bring up preparation. What did that look like for you and your teammates?
Well, we would practice at least every day, every week. Maybe twice a day, maybe just once, but we'd go through motions, go through questions. It was a lot of work, but it all paid off.
Why put in all that hard work?
Well, for us, it was just an opportunity to do something great for our chapter because we knew we had a talent and we kept working towards it, and we knew eventually if we worked hard enough, we could reach this goal.
Well, congratulations to you and your teammates again. That is Monica Chavez from the West Holt FFA chapter. They're the national champions in the conduct of chapter meetings. I have to make sure we get that right. Monica, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Joining us here at the National FFA Convention from the Wayne FFA chapter is Kate Hill, a member of the runner-up horse evaluation team. Congratulations, Kate, to you and your teammates.
Thank you so much.
How did it feel to be up there on the stage and hear the Wayne FFA chapter from Nebraska called?
It was very surreal. We were definitely not expecting, well, we knew we did well, but we were not expecting to get second place. So it was very surprising and surreal and happy, of course.
Tell me a little about what the competition looked like here in Indianapolis. What did you have to do?
So we had to judge 8 classes. 6 of them were performance classes and 3 of them were halter. So the horses there was like reining, ranch, rail, hunter under saddle, equitation, just to name a few. And the halters would be mares and geldings, and then there was a class combining them. And so we would have a certain amount of minutes to judge them. I think it's around like 12 minutes per class for halter. And then for the performance classes, it's just however many minutes the horses take to do their thing. And then after that, you obviously take all your notes while you were judging. And then we went to this huge room with lots of chairs lined up, and we sat there for 4 hours, and you would give your reasons. There's a line, and in the order, then you get called up, and you go give the judges your reasons, and you go sit back down for another hour.
For me, when I was doing livestock and dairy evaluation, my least favorite part was the reasons. But for you, what do you find most challenging at the national competition?
I actually really do enjoy judging the horses, and I really don't mind giving reasons. I just do not like the hour wait in between each of the reason giving.
Yeah. How did you and your teammates prepare for this competition?
Well, we have all ridden horses together and shown together for the past 4 years. So us just showing together has really helped us phenomenally because we know what we're looking for and we're just very experienced from that point of view. But also this summer, we went down to Oklahoma to the World Show and we judged down there. So that really helped us prepare for the FFA. And then we would also practice out at AG Rethwich's barn and just anywhere else, like Claire Luter too. We just judged pretty much any horse that we could get our hands on. And we would give our reasons to them, give our reasons to Angie about them, and she'd help critique us. It was really nice. And our FFA advisor, Tony Rasmussen, also helped get us started with everything. We would watch videos in her class.
It takes a lot of people to get you all to the national level, and congratulations to you and your teammates. Kate Hill joining us from the Wayne FFA chapter, as they were just announced the runner-up team in the nation in the area of horse evaluation.
The purpose of the plow, to turn soil in preparation.
Joining us here at the 96th National FFA Convention is Ashton Stebbert, fresh off the big stage as you were one of the proficiency finalists. Tell me about the award area you're in as well as your project.
So my award area is service learning. My project is I grow a vegetable garden and I donate all the produce to the Center of Survivors in Columbus, which is a nonprofit where domestic violence victims can go receive help.
If we go back in time a little bit to the origins of this, you told me you were bored during COVID. That's how you got your start.
Yeah, I was bored during COVID, and I know Abby Tessendorf at the center, and she's the one that kind of urged me to donate it down there.
How large of a garden are we talking about?
It's pretty large. Over the 3 or 4 years I've done it, I've donated over about 1,500 pounds of produce.
Wow.
So,
what kind of crops are you growing?
I grow really everything: tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchini, carrots, onions. I do a lot of different stuff.
What have you found grows best in your neck of the woods, kind of eastern Nebraska?
Cucumbers and zucchini grow best in all gardens, so probably those.
Zucchini seems to grow whether you want it to or not.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you. I mentioned national finalists. What's this week been like? I assume you've had to do some interviews for this.
Yeah, I interviewed probably about a month ago over Zoom, and then this past week it's been a lot trying to catch up with schoolwork and being on stage and stuff. But it's been a really cool experience.
What's this honor mean to you?
It means a lot. It shows that a lot of my hard work has paid off from what I've done throughout the years through high school and FFA. So.
You mentioned through high school because you're now in college.
Yeah.
Tell us about your education journey, where you're at now, where you'd like to be after graduation.
I'm a freshman at the University of Nebraska, Omaha, studying business administration with the hope to get into banking and finance and within a farming bank and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, congratulations to you, Ashton. Again, he's a national finalist here on the big stage that we call National FFA Convention. Joining us here at the National FFA Convention is one of the Nebraska FFA state officers, that is Keaton Valentine. And you and your teammates this week serve as national delegates.
Yes.
What does that mean, Keaton?
So at the moment right now, we have been spending the last couple of days and conversing with each other and debating on different topics that the national organization has brought to us. So right now we're voting on those topics, and eventually those topics that we have not only come up with but also deliberated and discussed on will be presented to the board of directors at the National FFA organization.
So give us an idea of some of the things being discussed this year when it comes to the National FFA organization.
So one of the committees that we were forming, actually back in July we formed the committee, and today we are now working on the committee, was the Expanding Student Opportunities Committee. So some things that we are looking at right now is expanding some language barriers for members across the entire nation, as well as giving middle school members some more new opportunities to get them more involved.
What's it been like for you to be in this position, to represent the state of Nebraska at the national level, being one of the delegates? You think back to the origins of FFA, it was people like yourselves, some 90 plus years ago, the ones that formed FFA. What's that mean to you?
It really means a lot, because this is a student-led organization, and being able to have a voice not only for my association but also for all the members across the nation is a really cool experience, and I am just so fortunate and grateful to be a part of it.
You attended a National FFA convention before?
I have, yes. This is my third national convention, and this new experience as a state officer and as a delegate is completely different, but also at the same time really fortunate to be able to see both sides.
What's the best part of this convention?
Definitely always the people. No matter if I was just a member of my local chapter or a delegate, the people have always made it great. Everyone is always so nice. It's wonderful to meet new connections from across the entire nation.
Nebraska FFA State Vice President Keaton Valentine joining us here at National FFA Convention.
Agriculture and participate in a self-reflection activity.
I want to take a second to thank the sponsors that help make this year's convention coverage possible. They support our over-the-air broadcast reports as well as our digital video feeds. We thank them for their support. We hope you enjoy, and congratulations again to all of the Nebraska FFA members and chapters who excelled at the 96th National FFA Convention.